Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show, and I've got another antenna, over-the-air TV antenna from ANTOP to show you. This is a desktop, I'll call it, or a window antenna, strictly indoor usage. It's the paper-thin series of their antennas. There are many of those. This is the AT-133B. The coverage is 35 to 50 miles. Has a amplifier, which includes a 4G LTE filter for blocking unwanted 3G and 4G signals. This one is glossy white. Comes with a stand. This is the stand right here, or these suction cups right here. You can attach it to your window, and this is the power cord and the power adapter. This is the little amplifier right here, which has a switch on it. You can turn it off or turn it on. They claim 360 degrees reception. My testing, which is limited, I've only done 2 tests on it, I found that it's pretty directional. And I'll show you in the results what I mean. So here you can put it on a table or something like that. You can lay it down flat. I don't know about that. And then you can mount it on a wall or a window. There's how you connect it up with the built-in, a supplied USB power supply. And then you can slightly turn the antenna. Now that's what I noticed this morning. I pointed it to my typical 135 degrees where most of the antenna transmitters are from me. And it did okay, but not as good as I hoped. And then a couple of signals were dropping out. Well, I turned it like maybe, and I don't know exactly, maybe 10 more degrees to like 145, and whoa, it picked up a whole bunch of channels, and they were all clear of noise, no dropouts. So let me show you my setup here. It's one of these things. There it is. There's my setup. I'm in my office, which is on the 2nd floor. This is the window right here behind the window shade. This is the antenna with its little stand that's removable. And then the cable comes down to the amplifier to my receiver. I have a standalone receiver. All right, now look at the results. Here's the results. Let me, there we go, unhighlight that. So now I've got a lot of antennas now in this database. Let me go over, see if I can get, yeah, I think I got most of the information there. What we can do is, I like to keep them all up here for a reference. I'm going to leave them all up there. We're missing, let me see if I dare zoom out a little bit. I don't want to get it to be too small. Still clipping off that first column. Let me hide a couple of these columns. That'll move things over. We'll hide those. There we go. Now I can actually zoom back in a little more. Let me see. Yeah, I got both of them. Okay, I got all my various test results. And here's the 2 that I did this morning. This is the AT-33B. The first one I did is where I pointed, where I normally point these antennas, is 135 degrees. And here's results. This is sorted by distance to the transmitter, closest to the feathers. And you can see that it picked up quite a few stations, like this one here. The transmitter is in Tampa, and it's 132 miles. at 106 degrees from me. And then, oops, let me get down here. And then here's some more it picked up. And this was the first pass at 135 degrees. So it got only 19 channels. I thought, well, that's pretty poor. So then I repositioned it just slightly to approximately 145. And then I did the test at 7 o'clock. And now we started picking up channels that we didn't get before. Look at that. Bunch of channels. Lots of channels. We got a total, and these were with no dropouts, we got 44 channels. Now that's opposed to, say, let's go up here. Whoops, it's up here. I moved it now. Let me get up here. Okay. This is the AT-210, which is the one that has the loop for UHF and has 2 telescopic antennas for VHF. And it did, whoops, I want to keep that up there. Go to here. It got 38. So this one did a little better. Now this one's a little more expensive, but it does have the preamplifier or amplifier. This one does not, but ANTOP sent me their standalone amplifier that I can use with antennas that don't have an amplifier. So I've got to retest the AT-210, which does not come with an amplifier, and use that standalone amplifier and see if I can boost this signal, because this did pretty good when you consider it wasn't amplified. So we may get, I don't know, we might get up to this 44. Also, now that I've noticed doing this test, and there's so many variables, time of day, weather conditions, day of the week, direction you're pointing, I would do a baseline with the AT-210 by itself without the preamp and adjust its position once again. I did play with this a little bit when I first did this test. Once again, to see if I point it kind of in this direction, if I get more signals. So I'm going to do that later. So I'm pretty impressed with these antennas. But you can see, as I mentioned before, you got to point them in the right direction. That's one thing. Went from 19 to 44 channels, and these were with no dropouts. I want to thank the people at ANTOP for sending me these antennas. And if you enjoyed the show, please give me a thumbs up. I got one more antenna that they sent me to test, plus that preamplifier that I can use with the 210. Those two things to test. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.